Hi everyone. This short video is to support you as you approach each of the standards found in the CTE portfolio course. We're going to use Project 11, which is Standard 11, as our example. On each of the standard or wiki project pages, you'll find a similar layout. For example, for Wiki Project 11, this is about Standard 11. The steps are the same in each and every standard response. Step 1. Copy, paste, and complete the standard checklist. Click here for the checklist. Looking back, you'll select one of the substandards. In less than 3 sentences, explain the evidence you're going to attach, and explain the connection between the evidence and the standard you've chosen. Then attach your evidence. So suppose you say, okay, let me work on the looking back. Here are the standards associated with Standard 11, and here you'll find the format and the actual vocabulary of the standard. So 11.1 is about using established criteria to select available technology, etc. So let's suppose you read through these and you say, you know, I really do this and I have good evidence or support for that. In order to help you before you get started, notice there's this chart right below the standard checklist. It's an explanation, or we like to think of it as question starters. All of these standards are about what you do as a teacher. Sometimes, however, we're so used to working with standards that are applied to our students that we can forget and sort of slip back into it. So these questions are to support you. So suppose you say, you know, 11.1 is one I think I want to do. It's something I really have in my practice. Here's 11.1 and here's looking back. Here are questions to help you. How do you determine what technology resources you should use with your students? The reason I selected this is one that sometimes really stumps people. So oftentimes they read this as, oh, I need to elaborate on what technology I use with students. That's not really what the standard is about. The standard is how you determine what technology you use. What criteria do you specifically use to determine if a particular technology is appropriate for your students? So it's the process of the selection of the technology. So you'll see there's 2 columns, looking back and looking forward. One part of what you'll be doing is looking forward. You're going to select a different substandard. You're going to explain where you got this idea for what you want to do for looking forward. In 3 bullet points, you explain your awesome idea, and then you explain how it would benefit your students. So suppose, let's take the same one. You say, you know, that's something I'd really like to work on, what criteria that I use with my students. Here's Standard 11.1, and here are the question supports or the question starters to help you if you choose this for your looking forward. So these are simply supports. It's not that you have to specifically answer these questions, but they're the ones that help you think about. It's sort of scaffolding for, am I on target for that particular standard? We're all bright people. We understand a variety of standards, but these are the CTE teacher standards, and of course not our industry standards. You will always find a sample here to help you because, once again, what do? We model for folks, hey, here's what this would look like. So I hope this helps. There's one for each and every standard, and you'll find the explanation of standards right under the checklist. So thanks, and again, I hope this helps.